Okay, now we're doing it. We're here.
Well,
We're here doing it.
welcome back.
Is you gonna do an intro like we used to?
Yeah,
We haven't done an
never
intro
do
in a long
intro.
time. We can
I
do
feel
an
like
intro.
we should.
Let's do an intro.
Okay. I'm Shane. Tyler's here.
Hello, I'm Tyler. See, so I always write in the description who's on the podcast. And there's a point like we don't even refer to each other by our names half the time, so people have no idea who's.
Yeah.
Like people don't even know what the fuck's going on. I'm Tyler.
I'm Shane. And Jeremiah. Hi.
Yeah, we have a special guest, Jeremiah. Most reoccurring special guest we've ever had. So you want to talk about robot dogs now? I'm ready to talk about robot dogs.
Yeah,
Okay.
alright. Okay.
The police have $75,000 robot dogs.
What do they have attached to them?
I don't know, but it looks like a camera for a face. We've all seen the robot dogs getting pushed.
The
Oh, yeah.
Boston Dynamics.
Yeah, we all knew it was going to be a police thing, and now it is a police thing.
Wow.
And
That is like...
yeah, they rolled them out right after this most recent controversy.
That is like straight from Days X.
Yeah, Deus Ex Machina, or no, sorry, it's Deus Ex the game. I mean, Deus Ex. I think the first game is called Deus Ex. Deus Ex Human Revolution. That's the one I like.
And then Machina's the third one, right?
No, Machina is like the term for like a trope in television and movies where basically something comes out of thin air to save the day. That's like not really explained.
Oh, right.
That's a Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex,
But Deus Ex Machina has like an actual definition that I forgot what it was, but it basically is supposed to be like cybernetic stuff. I don't know. Whatever, I'm probably wrong. Anyway, yeah, we have robot dogs now, and I'm pretty sure they can't do anything but film because I mean, what else can they do? They just walk.
They could probably tackle.
Yeah.
Have you
well-
seen those things run?
No, I've only seen them walk casually and fall over
They can run
and
like
get kicked.
yeah.
How about we just make it super illegal to turn off your body cam?
Well, I don't know. I think they're going to be monitoring people. I don't know why they have cameras on them or anything. I don't know what they're for. I just know they cost $75,000, and the police are rolling them out right after a woman cop shot a boy with a gun when she thought it was a taser.
Wait, yeah, what is it gonna... Is it just for, like... like...
I don't know. I
Just
don't know.
wandering around the streets?
I don't know what the
watching,
point. What the point is of the.
Looking for crime?
I don't know what the point is.
Because that's not
What's
what
the point?
cops do anyway.
But the thing is that like it always starts with like something casual, and then they put guns on it. So like. Like, drones used to be, like, for surveillance, and then they had guns and missiles on the drones. So
Right.
So it's only a matter of time before you
And we
break the
know how
law,
much...
and the dog's gonna, like, shoot you. Because it's not gonna have, like, non-lethal things.
We know how much the cops love fucking shooting range.
That's the thing. We could be like, oh, but machines could be untrustworthy. What if they kill innocent people? It's like, well, the cops already do that. So,
Right.
Which just happened, you know, recently.
A couple times in the last couple days.
Yeah, the most recent, the police officer tried to tase the guy, but she shot him and killed him instead. So it's like, that was the worst excuse. I mean, they're all pretty bad excuses. I mean, they've never had a
She's
good
like-
one.
She's like, I'm gonna tase you. Taser. Taser. Pop, 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 pop.
This is a taser.
Yeah, fucking...
It doesn't. It's so stupid. It just I know the news glorifies it, and like they're gonna talk. Anytime a cop kills someone, they're gonna talk about it. But it's just like when you hear the excuses, it's like, okay, can we do something about this, please?
Right. Jesus. Maybe, we don't give cops a gun and a taser? Just a taser? Like, why?
I heard a good suggestion to put a push button on it instead of giving it a pistol grip trigger, so that whenever you grab onto it, you have to know it's a completely different weapon.
Oh. Yeah, for a taser or a stun gun or something, because I know like they shoot like the prongs that shock them. They don't have like have to get like a voltage thing and touch you with it.
Yeah.
They just like shoot you with these prongs that stab into you and then shock the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't need to be designed like a gun. I mean that's just silly. So yeah, you're right, Jared. They could just make it look like something completely different. It is weird.
How about regular fucking traffic stopping cops don't get guns?
Like,
I'm down for that.
Different levels of cop.
Well,
that's kind of so when people were talking
the
about
fucking SWAT riot people, they can have guns.
When they defund the police,
the people who are gonna like stop school shooters, that's fine.
They can have the gun.
But not if you're gonna just pull over somebody and give them a ticket. Why do you need a fucking gun for that?
Yeah, the defund the police people, they had some good ideas with like. If you're calling the cops to deal with like an abusive couple or something or like people yelling in the streets or something, basically just send like a social worker instead of a cop, and it could still be a cop for all I care, but get like a cop who's like specifically for this kind of unit, like a mental health unit or something. And then you could have like a traffic stop unit, like small level cops, and then you could have like the more bigger stuff. But I mean. I always think that when we talk about these big ideas for America, it's always funny. I was just debating gun control with my older brother, and me and him actually kind of agreed on like everything. And last time I talked to him, he was way more lax about gun laws because he's a huge libertarian. But this time around, we agreed on a lot of stuff because I was basically saying like, look, if you want to stop shootings, get rid of assault rifles. However, America just hasn't tried anything at all yet. We haven't tried any like stricter background checks.
Yeah.
We haven't tried like anything to stop people from getting guns. Like we just like if we just do some things, we could possibly still keep all of our guns. But we just have to enforce some law. So again, with the cops, it's like could we enforce something? But they have pure immunity, so we don't get to enforce anything.
Right. And you know that one kid I was arguing with over his Snapchat about gun laws?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what about... He was like, but then no civilians would be able to stop shootings.
Right.
And I was like, well, if you have
The
background checks, those civilians that are stopping the shootings will still have a fucking gun. The background check shouldn't affect them.
Only wild cards get guns, Shane. The problem is normal civilians don't buy guns. Now, wild card people... They're like,
I bought a gun.
Shane. You're too much of a wild card. You're the wild card of the group.
I don't know.
Shane says goofy stuff at drive-thru sometimes. He's the wild card, okay? He's a crazy guy. He says goofy things and he has a gun. But
fear me.
Normal people, they're like, I don't need concealed carry. Wild cards? I might need my gun today. I don't know.
I need to bring my gun into the grocery store.
Then you can escalate the situation until you have to pull your gun out, and there you go.
Strapped to his back like Die Hard.
Well, we were talking.
Yeah,
we were talking about because my other brother has concealed carry, and
actually, do you remember that old video of the one woman who just pulled her gun out on the two black ladies who were arguing over?
No.
Yeah, it was some random civilian. It was
so people were just yelling at each other, I guess.
No, they were. It was like two black ladies. They were arguing with her over like parking or something, and so she just pulls out a fucking gun and points it at him. They're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
And they're not scared at all. They're just like, "Dude, put that away."
She's
like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh yeah. I win the argument. And it's like, you're going to go to jail for murder. And she's like, okay, well, maybe I don't win the argument.
No, she's like, get back! Get back!
Oh,
wait.
Like,
dude, what are you doing?
When people were, like, protesting, I can't remember if it was the Republicans protesting Republican shit or if it was BLM protests. But there was, like, protests. Or no, it was voting. It was, like, for voting. People were, like, getting mad at the voters. Because, like, the Trump enforcers were there.
Yeah.
And someone pulled out a gun. Like, literally, like, the first day of voting. Someone, like, pulled out a gun because they were arguing. And they all like covered the guy. Like, put that, like, stop, because he was waving his gun around.
Yeah, because they
over arguing.
I know that's because like the people like that who they don't.
Well, I think
they just want to escalate the situation so that they have an excuse to use their gun. They want to go out and fucking shoot somebody.
Right.
Like, they're just like, oh god, I have this gun.
That guy,
I haven't been able to shoot anybody.
That Kyle kid who, when he shot the protester, he was like, I'm here to defend businesses or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then he killed someone who was like just yelling at him, basically.
Yeah.
But the thing is, some states have more lax gun laws and stuff. But, like, so my older brother has concealed carry, and he's like, yeah, you have to take a class to get it, obviously. You don't just get concealed carry if you have a gun card. I'm sure people know that.
In Missouri, I don't think you need anything.
Yeah.
You can just conceal carry whenever you want.
I think in Missouri, you can just walk around with, like, an assault rifle, and that's what people do as a protest. Any state that lets you do it, people just, like, exercise that right, just walk around with their assault rifles out. And,
I mean, in Missouri, it's even worse because
you can just
have a fucking gun in your waistband. And
right. Yeah, it makes no sense. So with concealed carry in Illinois, my older brother's like, if you don't use your gun as a last resort, then you get in trouble and you lose your shit and you go to jail. Like, it counts as murder, and they make you aware of that because they make you aware, like, if you fuck this up, you're not immune from it just because you have a card. Mm-hmm. It has to be your last resort. And he said, like, if when the cops come, you have to, like, just throw your gun and you have to put your hands up, even though you did nothing wrong, because you have a gun on you. Mm-hmm. You have to, like, put your gun away from you, basically. And, like, he said other stuff that, like, he's allowed and not allowed to do. Basically, like, if there's a situation like a robbery or something, he could intervene, but it has to be, like, they have to be armed, you know? He can't just be like, oh, yeah, and pull out his gun and be like, they have to also be a gun drawn on someone too. Otherwise, he can't, like, undraw his gun. And he has to, like, warn them. There's stuff you have to do. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we could just, again, stricter gun laws. If we just have stricter gun laws, I think a lot of things could be fixed.
And I think that woman I was referring to got charged with assault and attempted murder or something.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. I'd imagine that's what it is.
That's the system working right there, so.
But,
you can't just pull out a gun on someone.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a gun in your car and you get pulled over, you have to tell the cops that you have a gun in the car.
Right, yeah, you do.
But you have to do it. You have to be like, I have a gun in the car. Don't shoot me.
Yeah.
But this is not a threat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
You have to be like, I don't know what you're supposed to say because I don't take the class, but you're supposed to be like, yeah, I'm allowed to have this, but there is a gun here. I'm just telling you so that way you know. There was that one guy who got killed because he said he had a gun, and then they just shot him. Like he was like, I'm gonna show you it, and then they just like fucking killed him. And his like wife was in the passenger seat. No, it wasn't his wife. It was like we talked about something like a few weeks ago. It was like his girlfriend and like their kid, like her kid or his kid or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, dude, there's a kid in the back seat, and you just killed this guy that I'm fucking dating. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what you would say. Like,
yeah,
you just have to be like, this is not a threat. I'm just informing you, because they have to run it and stuff. They have to like make sure that it's not stolen.
Yeah. It's
or
weird
that you're allowed to have it.
Yeah, they have to make sure you can. That makes sense. It's weird how jumpy. It's like, okay, so we're in this country where we have guns everywhere, but then you're going to be super jumpy anytime anyone has a gun. But then you're also, like, defending guns constantly. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like,
yeah.
It's like these things aren't adding up here. And I feel like if, the argument is the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. But, like, other countries have research that shows of, if guns are illegal to buy, buying guns off the black market is extremely difficult. Like, most guns on the black market are just resold legal guns. They don't come from other countries. They're just the same guns that they just buy legally and then just resell them illegally, which makes perfect sense. It's the easiest way to do it. So,
right.
I mean, they know that. The NRA knows that. I mean, we all know it. I mean,
yeah. Australia, like, hasn't had a mass shooting in ever.
Do they
have? They've had one.
Do they have any guns there?
No, it's illegal.
Yeah.
It's illegal in the UK as well.
Yeah, there's certain countries have like no, you can't have any. Other countries just have extremely strict gun control, and they have like Japan will have a lot of murders, but it's always like knife stabbings and stuff. It's never gun related. So
I don't know. I think guns are illegal in Japan.
It's just like, I mean, it's just extreme. You have to like be in a club, and you have to be an active member of the gun club, else you don't get a gun. And also, I don't think you're even allowed to have your gun at home. I think you have to keep it in like a locker, locked up. It's literally for people who want to like shoot targets. It has like nothing to do with like home protection, I don't think. Mm-hmm. Maybe handguns or something, but like when it comes to like most guns, I could be wrong here, but from what I understand, you like can't even keep your gun at home, and you have to be a member of an active club. Like, if you don't show up enough, you just lose your gun license, like stuff like that. I don't think we should have it to where you have to go to a meeting every week or whatever. But again, we have like we have like barely any gun laws. Anything. Let's just try anything. I'm willing to try before I say take away all assault rifles.
Right.
I'm willing to try, but we have to actually try. We just do nothing every time.
Yeah.
We do nothing, and then the NRA wins, and it's like, okay, well, if we do nothing, if all we do is bitch and moan and we don't compromise, then the NRA is going to win every time. Which is what the Republicans want anyway. Which is why the NRA should not be able to fund them. So it's almost like money corrupts politicians, and there used to be laws to protect us from this. So I don't know.
Teddy Roosevelt would go on a killing spree if he came into woke up in modern day America.
Yeah. He would be pretty fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Like, what did you guys do? I set everything up so perfectly. The economy's fucked. It's like, well, Ronald Reagan happened. It's like, no! Who the fuck is Ronald Reagan?
Well, he was from California.
Yeah, he's an actor.
He was a member of your party.
What? Yeah. Man. We'll never... The system is, set up in a way now where, people like that... I mean, Bernie can't win. People like that can't win, you know? We'll just never have that stuff ever again. Only Biden can win. And Biden is like, should I get rid of the thing Trump did where if you just come here, you are considered an illegal immigrant and that's against the law? I could just get rid of that. Because Obama had to where you had to be like a criminal to be thrown in those cages. I could just go back to that. No. Where it's April, bitch. It's been 4 months. He don't care. He still hasn't changed it. Those kids are stuck there. But we are talking about getting out of Afghanistan.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
So, because Obama promised to do that. So,
I thought Trump said he was going to do that too.
Yeah, they always say it. They never do it.
In that one interview, the hilarious one where Trump just acts like a fucking baby the entire time.
Oh, when he gets shit on and he can't prove himself at all.
Yeah.
With the Australian guy or?
Yeah.
Okay. That one's that's amazing. That interview is just.
Well, the guy was like, "So you didn't get the troops out? We still have the same amount of troops?" And Trump's like, "No,
yeah,
I got them all out. There's no one there." And he's like, "No, there are 8,000 people there, and when you started, there was 8,000 people."
Yeah.
He's like, "No,
you've done nothing."
Yeah. He's like, "No, there's 0 people there." Come on.
He's probably thinking of something else, I guess. But...
No, he's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, he also just
lying.
He also just sometimes his lies are so bizarre that I don't know what he even knows anymore.
Yeah.
Because his lies make, but I know what he's doing. He's like, I have to lie, and I have to just be so confident that they believe me, and no one will ever follow up on this, so I can just lie. And the only people who are gonna call me out are Democrats. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're a kid, you know people like that. Little kids, they'll do that where it'll be like, hey, right. It's it's my turn on the Xbox. They're like, no, it's not. And it's like, no, we said 10 minutes, and they're like, no, we didn't. I said I got to play it for an hour, and it's like, no, you what? And that's all Trump does. Is he just keeps saying like, no, it's my turn on the Xbox. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You've been sitting on it for 4 years. Like,
yeah. That's how Trump. Mom said it's my turn. I can still be president. No, you can't. You lost. I love watching like the TikToks of like people confronting their parents, and they're like, "You'll understand when Trump comes back as president. He's just letting this happen to show people how bad it can get. That's why he's letting Biden run the country right now." And then it's like, "Mom, you sound like a crazy person right now." And it's like, it's not going to seem crazy. The military still honors Trump because Trump flew on the Air Force One. It's like, Mom, Biden does now. And she's like, well, only because Trump's letting him. It's like the hoops they have to jump through to say that Trump's still president.
Oh my God.
In April. When's he going to come back?
The military is still
The military follows Trump still. No, they don't.
No.
What evidence do you have?
Biden is commander-in-chief.
Yeah, like
that means commander of the military.
What do you mean?
Every president has flown on Air Force One.
If you work in the military, like if you're a serving official or whatever, your check is signed by the president, and their checks are all signed by Joe Biden. So what on earth is telling you that Joe Biden doesn't command the military? It makes no sense. Trump does nothing.
The sitting president's job, he's like the top-ranking military. Like, he can command the whole military.
He tells them what to do.
Yeah, that's like one of the president's main jobs is to command the military.
Commander-in-chief,
Well, that's why they think because Trump still does that makes him the president. Except Trump doesn't do that.
Yeah, what? That doesn't. What?
Trump doesn't do shit.
I know.
Trump doesn't do shit. He does nothing for the government. He doesn't work for the government anymore. He's got no affiliation with the American government anymore. He's an ex-president. That's all he is.
They still think he gives orders.
Just like how Obama doesn't do shit besides like Obama doesn't work for anyone. He just kind of does his own thing.
Right, because he can't.
He's an ex-president, which is like a certain status you get. But he's not in control of anything.
Why do they think
Biden's in control of everything?
Why do they think that Trump can still? I don't know. It's like it reminds me of like flat earthers or something, where they're just like
it's the same thing.
They come up with like the most bullshit reasons. They have to jump through all these hoops to be like, and then they
this
is why.
They go, this is my video evidence, and then it doesn't work, and they go, okay, well, just imagine. Yeah.
Just imagine if it worked.
Flat earthers are amazing.
Man, have we ever talked about flat earthers?
What's there to say? Everyone knows.
I know. Did you know that?
That's like you make fun of that when you're a kid. Like, can you believe people thought the Earth was flat? People used to think that, dude. As a kid, you make fun of it. Yeah. So how do you come around to believing in it again? It doesn't make.
I don't know.
And why do you care? First of all, why do you even care? Seriously,
I don't know.
Why do they care?
They think it's some kind of government. Like the government lies to us about the planet being round so that they can control us or something. I don't know.
They say the sky is like a projection and the moon's not there.
No, they think the moon is there.
They say something weird about the sky.
Yeah, no. There's
because they can't explain the sun and moon rotation, so they have to
No, so it comes from the Bible. They think there's a giant dome over the planet. And the sun and the moon just go back and forth over the dome.
So they think that we are inside of a round planet, but the planet itself is flat. Like we're in a round shell.
So it's like
a round outer layer.
It's like a snow globe.
A sphere.
No, but
you're explaining a sphere.
It's like a semi-sphere. It's not spherical.
That makes no fucking sense. No. You're just saying the things that would prove that the Earth is not flat is because we're in a dome that's not flat. You're saying the Earth isn't flat. What's the fucking
Earth
point?
itself is flat, but
not
the sky.
Why are you arguing it?
It's like a.
What's the point?
I don't know.
That doesn't affect anyone.
I don't know.
The only thing is it's whenever you have a flat Earth, and they're like, well, what if I just bring a camera and I fly to like this point of Earth where you think we're just going to drop off into nothingness? Like, dude, don't talk about that. You'll never go there. Why do you care?
Well, you know how like you can easily disprove flat Earth by looking at flight times,
right?
Because if it was straight, it would take the same amount of time to reach each distance, but it takes longer or something.
Right.
They think that planes just fly around in circles.
Yeah, they think they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
To throw everyone off.
Yeah. And they also think that the windows in planes are fisheyed so that when you look out...
Yes, I've heard about that.
When you look out... Yeah, so that it looks round whenever you look out, but it's actually flat.
So the Illuminati is in on this. The Illuminati is making sure people think, why would the Illuminati care if the people think the world is round or flat?
I don't know.
There's so many other things the Illuminati could be doing.
I know. I don't get it either. Like, why would they care? What would make it like fucking insane if our world was like? I could imagine living on a flat Earth. It's not that hard.
The facts of life right here. First fact: 9/11 inside job. Fact 2. The government doesn't want you to know the Earth is flat.
But why?
Even though every scientist of like every country,
even the flat Earth scientists, quote unquote, have proven it.
Yeah, because they can't prove it's flat. All they can do is prove things that help prove. Because there's so much evidence and proof that the Earth is round.
They always prove that it's round and then go, well, we must have fucked up.
It's amazing because it's like arguing with like a 4-year-old who just doesn't know anything.
Yeah. And
they're just like, well, I insist. And it's like, dude, you know, like you have a bias when you first hear information for the first time. Like if a commercial, why products are successful sometimes is commercial will be like, this is a thing. And you don't even know what the thing is. So first of all, they're just informing you what the thing is. And they go, this is how you beat the thing. Our product. And people who don't look into it go, oh shit, I need that product.
Right.
But like in reality, if you just look into it yourself, you might learn maybe there's a better product that has a special thing that helps or something. Or maybe you can just use soda and baking powder and it does the same fucking thing. I don't fucking know, but I'm just saying.
But like, you know, so they think that every other planet is round because you can see it in a telescope. So they know that every other planet is round because they can see it with their eyes.
That hurts so bad.
I know.
Because why would Earth be different?
Because it was made by God.
But they know those planets work. Like, they know, like, Mars has land and it wraps all the way around and all this. So what the fuck?
I don't know.
Does it say in the Bible specifically that it's flat?
No. I don't think so.
I've never heard of that.
It says something about, like, something about the sky being, like, glass or something. Something about a dome or something.
They call it the firmament.
Yeah. That's what it is.
And then they also talk about the 4 corners of the Earth, meaning like all of it.
Oh,
right.
But like, they took it literally.
Right. So that's why they think there's a dome.
Well, yeah, a lot of modern day Christians take the Bible very literally, and it's very stupid. Jews are like, when they look at their scriptures, they're like, yeah, this is just stories, you know?
Yeah.
It's just passed down from generation to generation. It's not supposed to be like literally this happened, you know.
Right. But
you know, wait, but
so they don't believe in gravity.
Yeah.
They think that we are denser than air, so that's why we don't float.
They're just saying.
I mean, that's half of it.
It is half of it. They are partially right, but a fucking feather is less dense than air.
Can I ask you guys something?
But it floats to the ground.
So the Tower of Babel, that's the story where they climb to heaven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't get there because God's like, fuck you, and destroys it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, famously, they all start speaking new languages, and that's why we all have different languages, okay?
Right.
Everyone knows this is purely science. That's why we have multiple different languages, okay? Obviously. Otherwise, we'd all be speaking the same common language.
Right.
Obviously. Because language is an innate thing in your brain, okay? So anyway, this all makes perfect sense so far. So I've always interpreted that story as them meaning heaven is literally in the clouds, right? Like when you go to heaven, you're literally in the sky.
So if you If you take it literally, then yeah. So that's in Genesis,
Right.
and especially the early part of Genesis is it's written very much like fables,
Right.
like Aesop's fables kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you
Like the fox and the
so it's supposed to be more of like
metaphorical.
So it's like what's the one where the kids floating around on the wings made out of wax? Icarus. It's supposed to be. I think it's sort of an Icarus story of like, don't get too full of yourself, or
right.
You'll get
fucked.
You'll get fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people took it very literally. Is like, we built a skyscraper to heaven and God smote us down.
Yeah.
Like,
they're trying to get to heaven,
yeah, like,
and then God.
Even though we have like huge skyscrapers that reach.
Well, we can go to space, so I mean, like,
yeah,
we've
but
left
even
the Earth's
then-
atmosphere. So.
even that, but we still have like the Freedom Tower, which is like
Yeah. We have.
fucking huge. It's got to be bigger than
There's-
Tower of Babel.
There's no way Tower of Babel goes higher than things we have made after.
Yeah, I mean a three-story house is probably taller.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
let's be real. Tower of Babel is probably not very tall.
No,
It also didn't happen. It's a story. None of this literally happened. I argue this to this date with people who are like, some of this stuff could have happened, and I'm like, none of it happened. I promise you, literally none of it happened. The odds of it happening, and also it doesn't even matter if it happened yes or no, because it just doesn't matter. It has no relevance to anything. It's just stories. The only thing that's interesting is that there's like multiple different stories about a guy who dies and comes back in 3 days, and that same guy is always the guy who walks on water. But I'm pretty sure people just steal the story and attribute to their guy.
there's also
And then Jesus was that guy, because Christians steal a bunch of shit. Christians always steal shit, and they're like, this is ours now, and that's how they get people to believe in it, because they're like, no, that was a Christian thing.
wait,
so-
Jesus was in other religion or stories too.
There's stories about some of them are religions and some of them I don't know, but there's multiple stories about a guy who did like all the same things that Jesus did. But I don't know if they're always like the Son of God. It's just like there's a guy who walked on water, and sometimes they mention like other things Jesus did, like water to wine and like making the multiple bread and fish thing or whatever.
Right.
And they always, but the thing that's like the most common is like dies, comes back in 3 days. So
Is there any? Do you know like where?
where?
Yeah, where those?
I think
Are they
they're
all like?
I think they're all the same area, like Middle Eastern areas.
Oh,
Like that's where they all originate from.
Hmm.
It's just that people don't talk about that stuff anymore because, like, I mean, I don't know how long ago that shit was.
Right.
So,
well, like
it's just like different fables people have like written down throughout history, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like Noah's Ark is a Mesopotamian story.
Yeah, it's in Epic of Gilgamesh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is? I didn't know that.
I didn't know it was in the Epic of Gilgamesh, but I knew it was in a Mesopotamian story.
The Epic of Gilgamesh is like so crazy considering like it's like the first story.
Yeah.
But like what actually happens in it, I'm like, this is your first story? And like, this is what you first came up with? Like, this is insane. This is better than most modern stories. Like, he's like,
well, like
he's like, what?
like fucking the Iliad and Homer's Odyssey.
Yeah.
Those are both really good.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, damn, dude, you
I
guys,
know,
you guys are
guys are on
fucking
fire.
popping off.
Yeah. And those were not written down when they were first.
Right. Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's oral tradition.
Yeah.
That
People
like,
would tell Homer's the Iliad
Yeah.
around the campfire for like 3 days.
No, but like, no, dude. I mean, I've had conversations with people where we start talking, and we talk from like, you know, like midnight to like 6 in the morning because we're just like going off.
Yeah.
I mean, you give me. My friend showed me this thing where they were like, yes, men mansplain, but they also mansplain to each other. Men just like explaining things. Like,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's 100%
It's
true.
very true.
Well, 100%
It's so true.
Like
We just like talking about shit we like.
Yeah,
Like,
I think-
what's so wrong
I
with
think
that?
sometimes women take a lot of things men do and take it the wrong way. And I'm not saying they're taking it the wrong way. Maybe men should be aware of these things. But like, no, this is just a thing. Like, this is like guys get excited and you're like, okay, let me tell you everything there is to know.
Right.
I've like started to get there where I'll be like talking with a group of guys or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'll just be, you know, mansplaining to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, a girl walk up and be like, what are you talking about? And then it's like,
what
you start, like, explaining. It's like, okay, well, you know how, like, cars have wheels and they're like, they give you that, like, face. And it's like, no, not like you didn't know that. I'm thinking about it right now. Like,
I mean, that,
you just get
because they always girls will do that. You're talking to them. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's like that's not the point.
It's like, no, I knew you knew.
Let me tell you.
That's why I'm talking to you because I knew you knew that already.
When guys do that, they're like, yeah. When guys are like, did you know about this thing? Like, I fucking love that thing. They don't get offended. They're just like, hell yeah, brother.
I never thought of it like that. That's so funny.
It's true though.
Eye-opening. I'll do that. Yeah, when I look back, like we do that at work.
That's
all the time.
That is all male discourse is. Like men can have a conversation where all they do is explain every joke from 3 different comedies to each other, and that's a valid conversation. Like, you want me to spoil this movie for you? Hell yeah. That's a valid ass conversation.
I mean, we do it to each other on this fucking podcast.
No, that's the point of the podcast.
It's so fucking funny.
This is the Mansplain podcast. That's the whole fucking point.
Oh my. That's crazy. I can't even. Oh my god. That's fucking insane.
But you notice, I'm like...
it makes so much more sense now.
The way I talk on here, I'm like, oh, there's something about the Bible I barely know about. Jeremiah, will you explain it? Like, I literally, like, I'm asking for it. I'm like, mansplain to me, please.
Right.
It helps the podcast. But that's the thing. Like, that's how men talk to each other, so...
I've never...
But no, you get me?
Yeah.
You ask me to explain all 9 Star Wars movies... And I'll go into, like, fucking explicit detail, and you'll know everything that you need to know.
Right.
Like, if a movie came out, like, hey, who is this character? I'm like, all right, let me explain. I can do that. And I have. It's not hard to do. I just like talking about Star Wars. It's awesome.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
We were talking about why they pass on stories, like really long, epic stories.
Yeah, I don't know
through
how
oral
they
tradition.
Do it. I don't know how they would do it.
Because dudes rock. That's why.
He comes full circle. Oh my god. Okay.
All of life has just been dudes rocking.
That makes so much sense. Okay. But okay. Like, at first I was like, how do they memorize all that? But it's more like a dude just, like, was super invested in it and started mansplaining it to everyone.
Yeah. It was just Star Wars, but, like...
Right, of their time.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, my God.
But he's like, hey, did you ever hear about this guy named Homer, right? Okay, so he's sailing home, and then he, like, almost gets eaten by a Cyclops. That's, like, fucking crazy, right?
Dude, I love Cyclops. Tell me more.
Yeah, no.
Tell me more.
Yeah, you will love this story, alright? I have all of it memorized. Like,
yeah. Dude, I love this.
Except Homer wrote it. He wasn't in it.
Oh. He wrote it on...
Damn. Okay, who's the hero in it?
Odysseus.
Yep, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Odysseus. Because he's dissing all the haters.
That's Homer's Iliad is where the Trojan horse comes from.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like Dr. Seuss. He puts his name in front of everything.
Yeah.
But he was like the first one to do it.
Right. He was just
like, I need brand recognition.
But, okay.
Because I'm coming up with the best stories.
Imagine him and he's just like, all right, I'm going to improvise this entire story right now. You guys better memorize it. He's just like...
He probably changed a few facts every time.
I know. Like,
he probably added a few things here and there every single time.
So there wasn't any written language.
No, that was ancient Greek.
Okay, so there was... He could have... But no one wrote it down.
Right. No one wrote it down until later.
Like, he didn't write it down.
Well, he was a bard, right? So that means he's just, like, pulling out a lute and doing, like, a little shred, and he's like, y'all ready for this?
This is my rock opera. Sit down for this. Get your celery sticks, get your orange juice. And he's like, the top 10 hottest Sonic female characters.
Hot Chick Heaven.
This is Hot Chick Heaven. She looks like a mom.
Oh my god.
3 perfect arcs of hair.
But like, I mean,
this female.
So, I don't think Homer, like, when he was writing it, he didn't.
He said, "Don't
actually write it."
Just Homer said.
Yeah. He didn't actually write it. He was just like mumbling to himself, and they're like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "I'm coming up with this story."
Wouldn't this be cool if like, I'm gonna tell you about this guy.
I came up with this guy named Odysseus. You want to hear about him?
I got a story about a guy. You want to hear it? Yeah, no, it was awesome.
Yeah.
All the women were probably just like, "Oh my god, shut up about the story. It never happened."
He did it twice. With the Iliad and then Odyssey. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
God. And there's people doing that all over the world too.
Just making up cool stories.
That's why I always find like different religions cool.
Yeah.
It's because that's the original version of that.
Right.
Like, you hear about Native American skinwalkers. I don't know what the fuck that means, but something scared the fuck out of them, like, 5,000 years ago, and they kept talking about it. Like, and then...
Skinwalkers. Yeah.
No, like, there's instances of really long stories being told orally all over the world. Like in India, Mesopotamia, Greece.
Yeah.
Americas. It's fucking insane that men just got bored and were like, "Hey, you want to hear a story?"
Yeah, well, they gotta entertain themselves.
I would just be like jerking off. I don't know. I wouldn't come up with anything.
I think about sometimes how because what I do on my days off when I don't have plans. I have plans sometimes. When I do after work stuff is like I chill. I sit, I play games or watch a movie or something, right? That's what you do when you're alone and you just want to chill. You don't want to go anywhere, but think about before technology. Just think about before electricity. Think about before electricity.
You had to build a fire when you got home.
Well, yeah. You had to, what were you going to do? Well, I guess I'm going to go look for things to kill so we can eat dinner.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go.
I don't know what the fuck to do. And then your wife's like, "I'll knit clothes, I guess." Not because I like it or anything. Just because I have nothing better to do.
I'm going to go kill a bear and make a fleshlights out of its intestines.
Okay, well. But that's the thing. It's what would you be doing? You just because think about this. What if you just don't want to be around somebody? We just lay down in the grass, be this is me.
I don't know, you could probably go out in the forest and eat random mushrooms until you get a good one.
Yeah, I guess.
Or a bad one.
You
can do whatever, yeah. I
mean, you've probably only got 10 years left anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you're already 20. You're gonna die soon. You're gonna live. YOLO, you only live once, man. You're gonna die soon.
I mean, back then, yeah.
So, what do you... Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know what I would be doing back then. Well, I thought about but I thought would I write stories and read more books? I probably would read a lot. I would
definitely read way more.
Yeah, if that was your only form of entertainment, I'd be reading a lot. Mm-hmm. But eventually, I'm gonna be going crazy reading. So
yeah, I mean, before TV, they had radio and they had radio shows, but before that, it was just books.
Yeah. I would probably
jerking off.
We would be doing a podcast, but back then, just doing a radio show. But the thing is, we can't do that all the time. What are you gonna do the rest of the time?
I don't know.
That's the thing, man. It's what the fuck? What are you supposed to do?
Just get.
But I think it's I think people probably just. I mean, they do that nowadays too. They just go to the bar and get drunk all the time. That's all you got. You got nothing else.
I guess they would.
I mean. Yeah, I guess there's a reason that STDs were so common back then. It's
yeah, that and
man, that smells fucking gross, but I gotta do something else.
Have you seen that tweet?
What?
It's man, I bet that those guys had it way better back 100 years ago with no showers. You know that pussy had some delicious aromas or something.
No.
It's so gross,
dude.
And it was all unshaved and.
When girls have a drop of sweat down there, I mean, we're bad too. Like this,
yes,
but like the smell like fills the room. It's disgusting. It's like I don't want to do this anymore. That's why you always gotta be like, hey, let's hit the shower. That's romantic, right?
Yeah. And
they're just like, yeah, sure. They have no idea. But then you get a girl who's self-conscious about makeup, and she's like, I'm not going in the shower. You're like, fuck. What do I do? You go.
But I mean, if
they get a drink of water, oops, spill it all over.
Wipe it up with like a soapy towel.
Yeah.
Like, oh no!
I have to use this towel. I already got soap all over from when I showered earlier.
You grab like a wet one.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I'm making it worse. Oh no! I've just cleaned you. Oh no! Yeah. But I don't think you're supposed to stick a soapy towel down there, but
yeah,
it's probably really bad. Probably really bad, but whatever. Just spray it out.
You're not supposed to leave a tampon in for more than like 2 hours or something.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It's like 12, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's less. I think
it's not a long time.
Yeah, it's not.
You're supposed to be running to the bathroom a lot, changing it.
Yeah. So glad. I'm so glad.
Yeah, I think about that a lot. Some girls just like wear it like a champion, and then other girls have like horrible pains.
Yeah.
Like they can't even move.
And like really heavy periods.
Well, yeah, that too. But but some girls will just like literally lay in bed just like suffering for a day, and then the next day they can like actually move again, but like they're not that happy about it. They're still like in a great amount of pain. Like I think about that a lot too. I'm like, damn, because like sometimes when you're, because like I don't know, sometimes you're like, because we're born men, so it's like how do people even live the other way? Like it seems so crazy.
Man, could you imagine before tampons?
Well, they had to shove cotton balls and stuff up there.
Oh man,
people are always shoving stuff up there.
They always wear really long dresses with like pantyhose and shit.
No, but they were shoving stuff up.
You think?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because we had stuff to shove up there. It's not that hard.
If there's something to shove up,
yeah,
there,
but it's hard to.
We're shoving stuff up there.
It's hard to not shove, like unshove things up there.
No, I mean it might be messy, but it's okay. They can use the lake water.
I mean, like
they can use the lake water with no soap to wash their hands. It's fine. I do think about like when you watch Game of Thrones and like every girl gets naked and they always like perfectly like shaved armpits, shaved legs. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, girls were before makeup and before razors. Like it probably fucking like women were not the hot commodity like they are nowadays. Like
yeah.
Like,
why do you think they always wore like really long?
Yeah, they were trying to cover up their bodies most of the time. Now girls like are super happy to show off because they don't have those features anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, back then, dude, you had no makeup. You had no way to shave your legs, armpits, or a vagina. You had nothing. You just
like when you watch a movie that's set,
no skincare products.
Yeah, just full acne, right? All the time.
When you watch a movie,
you basically look like a dude. There's men who are probably more cute than you.
Yeah, I hate when you like watching a movie set in like a time period before then, and like the girls are just like they have like real shiny legs. And, like, their armpits are freshly shaven. It's like what?
It looks like somebody went on set and like smeared a little dirt on their cheeks. It's like, oh no, it's 1800 actually. It's like no,
in Game of Thrones, there's like 2 wildling girls that you see naked, and they're both like super fucking hot. And it's like, what? They're wildlings. That's the point.
Yeah.
The point is they live in the wild.
They got like dirt on them though.
She's like, let me show you my secret bath grotto, Jon Snow. And she's like, perfect body. I'm like, what is going on?
And then
that girl's hot as shit though. I'm not gonna.
The other girl was hot as shit too.
Yeah.
Like unexpectedly.
Jon Snow married her in IRL.
The redhead?
Yeah. He like had one little sex scene with her, and he's like, "We're married. We're getting married."
Well, he's just a man of honor.
He married the girl he lost his virginity to in the show. Jon Snow's track record is fucking a wildling and fucking his aunt. That's what he's got going for him.
Yeah. Man,
Jon, you're the heir to the royal dragon Targaryen family. Oh, what is the significance of this for the story? Nothing. It doesn't matter, Jon. Oh, okay. I guess fuck me then.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the point? That's all I'm saying.
No, but the other wildling girl was hot too.
They like did a lot of makeup to make her face look like unattractive.
Yeah.
And then she takes her thing off and she's got like a smoking 10 out of 10 body. You're like, what the
I know, but she's wearing like super baggy, like shit clothes.
She has like huge furry eyebrows and shit. Or
yeah.
And she has like matty, gross hair.
Yeah.
When she takes it off, it's like smooth, shiny body.
Yeah, I know. It's like
perfect tits.
It's like she takes it off and you're just like your jaw hits the floor.
Toenails, manicured. I know. Like what the fuck?
Your jaw like hits the floor. You're like, what the fuck?
Like,
why is she so hot?
Takes out this rusty dagger, starts filing her nails down. I don't want gross nails. I want to be hot when I'm seen naked later.
It's but like, only from the neck down.
Only from the neck down. I don't care about my hair.
You like totally expect her to not be that hot, and then she's like super fucking hot.
I was gonna be like, ew, I don't want to see this. And then it's like the hottest girl on the show.
No, it was so fucking.
It's like what the fuck?
It's like I almost wanted to turn it off. I was angry.
The actress in fuck this. I want a gross ass bitch. The actress in real life is hot as hell though. Like
I know.
They always do that. They get like super hot people. And they're like, this character's ugly. I'm like, no, what? No, you're not.
Like, what's that make me? Like,
yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a -5 out of 10.
They did it right in The Witcher with Yennefer.
Yeah, Yennefer.
Before she got like the transformation, and
I've always thought that's a cool idea of having like an ugly, deformed person then using magic. Because if you had magic, you would change your appearance. Like you definitely would. So.
But then, like, yeah, because she has like a nude scene when she's all like fucking ugly and shit, and she looks weird. And then after the magic, she's like super fucking.
It's like a different actress, right?
No, it's the same actress.
Because the face looks totally different.
It's the same. I think they use like.
Oh, just a lot of prosthetics.
Yeah.
And probably a wig or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did my girl Trish dirty. The real Trish the Trish in the game is fucking smoking hot.
Yeah.
And I was like, and they have this girl who's like a 6 out of 10. I'm like, what the fuck? Trish is the one I always go for. Not
I always
Yennefer.
went for Yennefer.
Well, 2 was my first one, and in 2 you start out dating Trish.
Oh.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay with Trish. I'm not gonna like. Once I found Trish, I was like, oh, Trish is in this game. I know her. I don't know Yennefer. So.
Well, actually, the first time I played, I went for both of them, and then I got dumped by both of them.
Right, because you can't do that.
Yeah. But then the second time I played,
you were loyal. You gotta be loyal.
Yeah, the second time I played through it, I went with Yennefer.
In Persona 5, on Valentine's Day, your date will come and give you a special item you can only get from your date. That's at the very end of the game. But if you have multiple girlfriends, they will all show up and call you out. But you can date literally every female character in the game, and it'll just be like the cafe you're in will just be full of women. And they're like, you two-timing bastard! And it's like all the girls in the whole fucking town are just like there, like, what's going on? Some of them are like, because like you're in high school, so like some of them are 16, some of them are adults. And you're like, I can explain. And like your character in the game is a great hero. So it's like, oh shit. You literally need to be canceled. Like, you're a piece of shit.
That's awesome.
2-timed literally every character. I love when games do let you do that though. Like I never want to do that, but like if that should be an option for any game that has like relationship options, you should be able to 2-time people, and then they should get mad at you for it. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, like when I was first playing, I was like, I want to see every female character's titties in this game. Like, just I don't fucking care.
Type in titty on Google and you'll see it. Type in
Yennefer tit.
If you type in like Witcher naked, it's gonna pop up that like scene of him in the bath, like with his legs spread. They always post that like every. They use that for all the thumbnails, like Witcher sex scenes. It's like his legs like spread up. They always show that one picture. Season 2 of the show is finished filming. They just got to edit it and all that shit.
Yes.
So. But they said at the end of like whatever that year came out, they're like it's gonna be like early, like 2 years from now or something. So it's like it's about on time. Yeah.
Wait, did it come out in 2019 or 2020?
I think it came out the same year as Mandalorian did. So
2019 then.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
shit.
Or very early 2020 maybe.
I think it came out at the very end. Yeah, I think it came out like December and like
November
that time around. Yeah, I think that's about right. It was one of the first shows I watched with my TV in like 4K, and it was like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my god, that show's so good.
Yeah, even it's like good right at the first episode too. You're just like right.
I love watching
right there.
I love watching Geralt and Ciri just like run past each other, and then they finally meet at the end. It's
yeah.
It's like perfect. It's
awesome. I loved. At first, I was kind of like annoyed with the way they did the storytelling, but by the time you get to the end, it's like perfect.
I know. Well, yeah, it's kind of hard to match up with the timelines.
Right.
Because Geralt's is like way in the past, and then Ciri's like way in the future.
It's designed that like it's not going to click till later on.
Right.
So like you're just going to be confused for a bit, which is not the worst, but... But like for Geralt, they're like speed running like important info, like what you need to know, and then for Ciri, it's like this is what's happening right now. And, yeah.
Right.
So season 2 will probably be done differently, but they'll probably still have like some flashback episodes here and there where like Geralt's doing something before, and then it'll probably all wrap up full circle again. Good ass show though. Yeah, it feels weird getting excited for it again because it came out so long ago.
I know, but
goddamn,
was it good?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
But you know,
what's it?
You looking at Dogecoin?
Yeah.
What?
It went up to 30 cents.
Holy shit!
I made $185.
Damn.
Holy fuck!
Whatever you said earlier that you were like...
We should have talked about Dogecoin a little bit on there, but we have 3 minutes, but we should.
Holy fuck! Yeah, okay.
But
Buy Dogecoin.
We should have talked about Dogecoin a little bit.
Oh my god!
If you guys don't know, Dogecoin
I made
is like
$150 today.
Yeah. Dogecoin is going up. People who bought it when it was like... People bought it for like 5 cents are like making money right now, so...
I bought 300 of them for 5 cents. I made...
You made a lot. Then...
Let's see. $73.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
So for $15 roughly of an...
Well, okay, so...
Quadrupled that.
I put $4 in at 5 cents. That's 72. And then like yesterday or the day before, I bought $100 worth at 10 cents, and it tripled.
Yeah.
So, fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, if this thing, I'm gonna come.
Off.
I'm gonna come.
Shane's gonna... Yeah. You can quit the podcast. You'll be a millionaire. You can just make cum videos from now on. You can start.
I wouldn't quit the podcast, but
you can quit. You can quit everything and then just make cum videos for the rest of your life.
I know.
Could go on.
I would definitely fucking drop out of college and fucking.
Right.
I think I would still work.
You'd want to invest it in like a property or something, right? You want to invest it in something, and
I would buy a fucking house.
Right, but I'm saying like you want to like invest in a business or something and like
I would fucking
make a profit, like turn that money into another profit.
I would buy some nice apartments and then just rent them out.
Oh yeah, just become a landlord.
Yeah, dude, they make fucking bank.
Landlord, yeah, dude, exploit some people. Yeah,
I mean that's what rich people do, right?
That's what you do. You start poor, become rich, make other people more poor. That's what you do in life. That's the American way, basically. Once I'm out of the gate, I'm gonna fuck everyone. Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap this one up now.
Sorry, I'm a little I'm
Yeah.
super hyped right now.
Yeah, obviously, I think people kind of know about Dogecoin, but if you don't know anything about Dogecoin, look, it's just the stock market stuff. It's not like it's a certain special product. They're just playing the stock market, but it is a cryptocurrency that is like booming and getting up more and more money. So there you go. All right. It's probably gonna keep going up, honestly.
Yeah.
Because people are probably all buying now, and that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna keep going up.
They're seeing it's going up, and they're gonna buy.
Yeah, it's popping off right now. So yeah. So, Shane, do you have any final words to say to the people?
Buy Dogecoin.
No.
No, but
Say goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. I love you.